The CEO and founder of Final Straw Solent, who works with businesses and communities to improve ocean health. Hello, Bianca. How are you?
Hi, good morning.
Morning to you. Thank you for coming on with us at this early hour. Tell me about Final Straw Solent. That sounds like a title with a dual meaning to me, Final Straw.
Yeah, so we're actually Final Straw Foundation now. We've got our charity status, which is amazing. And we are a local environmental charity, where we are focusing on reducing single-use plastic and ocean health. So it is all about the final straw. We're trying to, get rid of all of those bits of plastic, enough to, trying to stop breaking that camel's back. And we are, concentrating on mainly the Solent area.
So what are you hoping COP27 will achieve, Bianca? There's all this international focus on it, sometimes for the wrong reasons, perhaps, whether our Prime Minister was going to go or not. First he wasn't, now he is, after other people said they were going to go along and take part. What do you hope it will achieve?
So, we're hoping that we will get a bit more progress than we had from COP26. We would like to see some more equitable plans in place so that the poorer nations can actually adapt and increase their resilience to climate change. And they can actually invest in some new technologies, because it's always the poorer, most vulnerable communities that are actually getting the most impact of climate change, and they're the ones that are most effective. So we need some more equitable plans in place, really. And we really hope that this year that we're going to prioritise the ocean. So it will be one of the key core topic areas of this year's COP, which is what we're really hoping for.
And when you say prioritise, I mean, we know about some of the damage that's been done already and the rising sea temperatures to marine life in particular. But where do you want targeted action, Bianca?
We've had 26 years of COP now, and the ocean's never been a focus or a key theme. It's our biggest ally in climate crisis. We're treating it absolutely appallingly, and it's bearing the brunt of the burden. It covers 70% of the planet. It's absorbing 30% of all CO2 emissions. So being one of the largest carbon sinks that we've got on the planet, and huge, vast areas of biodiversity, we want to make sure that action is taken to start protecting that. Our coral reefs are bleaching and dying. We've got an increased amount of dead zones. 60% of fisheries are actually fished to their maximum. So we need to make sure that we are prioritising our ocean, and we need to be, from our point of view as our charity, we would like to see a reduction in the amount of single-use plastics so that we're not finding all of these in the ocean. I mean, 1,400 plus species have actually been found in the ocean that have got plastics inside them. So we are really hoping for a key ocean focus.
It's a very depressing stat, that, isn't it, about how many species actually have plastic in them while they're swimming around in the ocean. But is COP27, in your opinion, Bianca, is it good or bad PR? I mean, when people have to fly in to Egypt, and it's a criticism I've seen a million times in the run-up to the conference over the last few days, they could do it all on Zoom, couldn't they? Or is it important that Rishi Sunak and the other world leaders, Joe Biden, etc., are there in person, in your opinion?
I think that in person you can always get a much better discussion together, and I think that is actually quite important. The leaders are all there together, and the policymakers who are making those decisions. Personally believe that perhaps we don't need the rest of the people going over and try and keep our emissions low from flying and things, but we should have the leaders together, and I think the rest of the people could certainly do a Zoom and all sorts of other things.
And now you're a foundation, Bianca. How does this help you move forward? Because I know that when you started Final Straw, it was just essentially because you noticed how much more litter was building up along the beautiful south coast beaches that we have in our part of the world. What's changed now you've got foundational status?
Well, now we're foundation. Actually, it just gives us that tiny bit more gravitas. People seem to trust you a bit more when you have charity status and you have your charity number. So it's been very positive on that front. Plus, it's opened a lot more doors for funding. A lot more people are happier to donate to charities instead of community interest companies, even though you are working as non-profit. So, yeah, it's been very helpful.
Bianca, thank you very much for coming on and sharing your thoughts this morning. Bianca Carr is the CEO and founder of Final Straw Solent. A bit later this morning.